And welcome everyone. That is my cue. The end of that wonderful song. Glad to have you all on board. I'm your host, DrFox2000, and this is VolcanoX live stream. Welcome everyone on a wonderful Monday, June the 13th. It is Tuesday, June the 14th in our European areas already, and those people in the future, but still the 13th here, and that is no problem. It's been an interesting day. It's Monday. Actually, not interesting as far as volcanoes, unfortunately. Etna, as you can see, is calming down, and our nighttime views of that beautiful lava streams that we were seeing are just not happening anymore, and it has stopped dumping it out those holes, and it's going, well, I'm not going to say it's going quiet, but it certainly is slowing down a bit. Anyway, that's why we're seeing what we are on the screen right now, because later on, and I will show you what a live looks like, and I just want to make sure I can get back here. This is about 6 hours and 20 minutes ago. Here's our live view of the situation right now, and I'm sure you can understand that we can't see very much here. We can see something here, but that's only because there's moonlight, you guys. If it wasn't for the moonlight, we'd see nothing. And I said about 6 hours and 20 minutes ago. I'm just going to put it back to 6 hours ago, and we will keep going. Anyway, big welcome to my moderators. First off here, so Arizona Snowman is in the house, as well as a C&D boy, and glad to have him on board. I have not yet seen Piggy, and I'm sure she will be along soon. She did ask earlier about bacon seeds and stuff, and we're all good. So I'm sure she'll be along very shortly. And Joseph Fields Official and Lucas Snow, both MIA. I have no idea where they are. Anyway, if they have time, I'm sure they will pop in here. So we do have Arizona Snowman and C&D Boy in the chat doing their thing. So thank you guys for being here. That's awesome. And let's see if I can figure out how to do this. Yep, there we go. Hermian Schaefer was our first one in here today, so Hermian gets the cookies, and way to go, Hermian. Thanks for being number one. Awesome. Anyway, lots of lava cookies on the plates. I had to set out 2 plates today, since Arizona Snowman took off with about half of the first plate. Anyway, no worries, guys. More cookies there. And anyway, Mount Etna, it is a beautiful thing, but it's not doing a heck of a lot. And before we go on too much further, I guess I'll say hi to everyone in the chat first. And we'll start out with thank you, Sophie, and let's see, Paul Williams is here, Juliet, and of course Hermian, and Sasha made it back in. Colin Didman also in the house. Paul Williams, good to see you. Going up a little bit more. Henry Nelson also in. Good to have you back, Henry. And going up a little bit more. A lot of chatting going on. Kevin Haynes is in the house. Grandma B also here. Juliet, I think I might have said you already. And Diane Craig also here. Going up a little bit more to see who else I might find. Kim Raudenbush, there we go. Hi and bye everybody. Mac started a new program. It's not working well. Oh, I hope things work out for you there, Kim. Anyway, going up the list a little bit more to see who else popped in. And looking to see who we've got here. Boy, Tetra is in the house. Gura also made it in. Welcome, you guys. And let's see, we got Sophie, got Henry already. Tom Dice, welcome. Good to have you on board, Tom. And let's see, Nancy Buchanan. Boy, Nancy, I'm sorry to hear about your foot there. That must have been nasty. And yeah, I remember that you said you had to go into ER. And boy, I'm glad you went to that specialist and got an x-ray with those 2 broken bones. Hopefully that will heal up without any issues. Don Arnold, welcome. Glad to have you on board. Going up a little bit more here. Looking for other wonderful names that I may have already said or missed. Chuckster is in the house. Welcome, Chuckster. Good to have you on board. Going up a little bit more here and looking for other fine people. And that's it. I'm all the way to the top. I don't see anybody else up there. Possibly a few more, like Pamela Moncure popped in down at the bottom. Welcome, Pamela. And let's see, did I miss anyone else on the bottom? I think we are just about good, you guys. I don't see anybody else there. Anyway, fairly light for Monday. I figured we're not going to have too many people in here anyway. But yeah, looking back at the day as far as Mount Etna is concerned, you know, when we get into the twilight hours, and that is kind of what we're seeing there. I moved it ahead a little bit time-wise, so we're about 4 hours and 13 minutes back or something like that. And that is the only lava I'm seeing. So, yes. Please feast your eyes upon it. This is your lava fill for today. That's not a lot of lava, is it, you guys? Anyway, I'm doing really well, Tetra. Thank you. And anyway, we're not here to talk about me, though. We're here to talk about volcanoes. And anyway, that's what it was looking like, even as we got a little bit darker. And it was out of focus, but that's the only spot that we've seen, really. And it, too, disappeared after a little while, and got fuzzy. They may have some clouds down there as well. That is causing some issues for us to be able to see some clouds and some smoke down on the bottom end. But if we go over to some of the other ones, we can see what it does look like. Hey, what happened to that one? It was live? Come on. Let's back that up a little bit. I want to see where that darn moon went. Oh, come on. Show me the moon. Yep, 4 hours ago, roughly. Oh, not quite. There we go. So that is the moon over Etna 4 hours ago. And that looks pretty awesome. And that is what's giving us a little bit extra light up top there. Unfortunately, not enough to really make a difference for us to be able to see things. I'm going to put that one back onto live so we can see. And in this picture, you can see it is still smoking and sending some bad air off in that direction. Every once in a while, you can see a little bit of light up here. So looking at the other views, again, very difficult to see anything. This is that street view during the day. This is normally what we see, but we see nothing right now. And let's pop over here. New moon? No, it's a full moon. I don't think it's a new moon right now. Let's see if we back this up a little bit. See where that moon is traveling. I know I seen the moon on a different one here that I thought was kind of neat. Anyway, that was one of the other shots here. You guys can see just as the sun was setting. The smoke coming off of it is hardly, in comparison to what we've been getting, it's really, really dropped down. So activity at Etna, I think, is lightening up a little bit. So earlier today, this is kind of what it looked like. This was at 5:15 p.m. Their time, and yeah, you can see the plume coming up, but not a heck of a lot. Duchess of Elements is here, as well as BMAT. Welcome to both of you. I'm glad to have you on board. Anyway, I'm going to put that one back on live too, and we don't get to see much. It's unfortunately not good visibility. This was another one that, you know, from a distance, you still see some of that smoke coming off of that material coming down the hill, but not anywhere near as much. And then we do see something here. I'm not sure what is going on this side of the volcano. Perhaps there's another fissure that opened up there and is stealing the glory. I don't know. We do see our stuff on the top here, though, still coming up and out of there. So definitely still active, just slowed down a whole bunch. Anyway, I think I'll leave it at that for Mount Etna today, and we'll pop over to Iceland and take a look there and see what we've got going on. And okay, well, the picture was better earlier from Hekla in the background. You can't even see it right now, and he's having some problems with the camera there. Also, you can see what the weather is like. It's not very good visibility at all, unfortunately, and I did have the, oh, hang on, I'm on the wrong page here. Let me find that one really quickly. There it is. And I was looking at today's valley shot. And, of course, with all that fog and everything else in there, that's what we've got. And it doesn't matter which picture of the day we pick. I'm scrolling through them. They're all the same. So really not a good day for visibility in Iceland. Just a quick peek over here at, why does it do that? I have it on high HD, and when I click on it, it puts it back to 360. It just doesn't not make sense. Anyway, that's Reykjavik, and the capital city, and you can see that there's a lot of cloud in there. So definitely doing its thing. Hey, Yvonne Kunkel, welcome, Yvonne. Glad to have you on board. And anyway, that's what we're seeing. That is what Iceland is like right now. And here's another shot of that harbor area, and little bits and pieces everywhere, and that's what we're seeing. Hang on, why is that not live? Oh, there we go. Okay, that's live now. Not that it made any difference, just I don't like things not being live. Anyway, that's what we're looking at there. 23:07 is the time in Iceland. And let's take a look at our wonderful harmonic tremor charts and see if we find anything new and interesting there. So here we are on the chart. I'm going to refresh that. That's probably about an hour old. And there we go. And good thing I did. We've got an extra spike in there. Anyway, looking at what we're seeing, we do see some little quakes in here. And of course, this last larger one, and not sure where that came from, but that's what we're seeing. We did see an uptick, and it is starting back down, and we can see that. So whatever was driving it relaxed a little bit, and we're not seeing as much. Let's take a look at the one down in Grindavik and see what that looks like as far as those earthquakes are concerned. And one more. There we go. Okay, so that is our Grindavik chart, and their earthquakes are showing up a little bit more prominently. So most of those could have happened in that particular area, and that's what I'm thinking. Hey, Spooky Avocado also made it in. Welcome. I'm glad to have you on board, Spooky. Wee Davy also got here. Welcome, Wee Davy. Who else did I miss? I'm looking real quick to see. Well, I think I got the rest of you. Gura, yeah, I think I said hi to you, Gura. If not, hi, Gura. All right, there we go. Anyway, that's what we're seeing as far as our wonderful charts. So if we pop over to the earthquake maps, and of course that will all have changed by now since last time I looked at it. So everything I knew is out the window. As soon as I find where it is, okay, that's the one that's on. And yeah, the reason I've got it on this one, this is something we missed yesterday. And remember I was saying that we have those other spots on the mid-Atlantic ridge where we've seen a bunch of earthquake activity. And I said, well, we're going to see some more somewhere, and it should be further north, right? And I didn't realize how much further north it was because we didn't check yesterday, or they may have been just after the show or something. They weren't showing up. But this is where the movement is, and that is something interesting, I thought. And seeing this up here, this all from yesterday, 2:50 a.m., 3.3 magnitude, 12 kilometers down. This guy, 2.6 in magnitude, 4:05 a.m. This guy, 2:50 a.m., 3.3. That's yesterday, of course. And this one, 2:50 a.m., another 3.3. This guy here, 2.3, 2:55 a.m., and the list goes on. 1:11 a.m., 2.7, and then we've got this guy, 2.4, 8:23 a.m. yesterday morning, and I'm surprised we missed these. 2:41 a.m. yesterday morning for that 2.5, and then this other guy here, 1:04 a.m. for that 1.6. So those are quite sizable as far as movement is concerned. Not sure if we got these guys either, these three here. Not going to worry about going over every one of them, but it's just that we are aware of the fact that they are there. Dr. Fox, I was, that you would not waste time on the Iceland volcano, Zoe. It's back in a coma. Okay, well, we're not going to waste too much time on. We're going to cover all of the wonderful volcanoes. 40 centimeter uplift in Iceland, Sophie. 40 centimeters at Astja is what you've got. I don't know about the other areas, and we're still wondering about that. So Astja is definitely got some uplift. But we'll keep on going here. Anyway, a few of these other ones in here, let's see, 1.4. This actually happened today at 3:42 a.m., 10 kilometers down. I'm not going to worry about it. There was another little guy here, fairly fresh. That's from yesterday. Okay, not going to worry about those. Yes. Oh, hang on, that's today. Sorry, my bad. No, that is yesterday. Looking at the 12 and the 13 here, and my dyslexia got me. All right, no worries. We'll slide down a little bit more, and I want to get in here into Astja. And again, they're showing all these quakes that are a little bit older already, and fairly quiet at Astja today. This one, 1.2, 3 kilometers down, was yesterday at 14:27, and I think we looked at that. Same as this little guy in the lake here, 1452.6, 2 kilometers down. And that is always interesting to see what's going on. And Astja is one of those ones, apparently it can just pop. It doesn't need to have a heck of a lot of warning. And let's take a look down here further. This is Katla. And we're heading out to Hekla, but this guy here is where that's in that other zone, just on the edge of it. So 1.7, That was from 2341 yesterday. We'll take a look at what that name of that place is there. I can't remember exactly what they call it, Rikens or Rikens something or other. Anyway, let's look at the newer ones. We see one up here, 1.8, 4 kilometers down, was from 1525, and no reason that we should see that, but hey, tectonic movement, plates are moving, that's what we're going to get. Anyway, looking at the stuff out in the water, some of it is older. That one from yesterday, not going to worry about him. We have two right here, and those are fresh. This one is a 2.8 in magnitude, 6:57 a.m. The other one here is a 1.9, and that is at 8:11 a.m. And then we also have this tiny guy out here, 0.9, 4 kilometers down at 9:27. So that is helping out a little bit. And moving on, this may be yesterday's. Yep, it is, from 2046, and that is 6 kilometers down. Let's take a look at, okay, the one on the road here first. Okay, that was somebody smashing into somebody else. I'm kidding. I hope nobody hit anything. All right, 2 kilometers down, 0.8, 11:08 a.m. On that guy. Let's see, a little bit bigger, 1.7, 2 kilometers down. And the thing is, 2 kilometers down, very shallow. Hey, Yvonne, why are you sorry? Oh, you hit something? Okay, I thought you're getting ready and packed up for the other direction, south, where it's warmer. Oh, boy. Anyway, 1549 on that 2.0, and this guy, 2, and that is 3 kilometers down on that one. 15:01 is the time on that. Did I say 2.0? That should be 1.0. 1.7, my bad. 2 kilometers down. There we go. This one, magnitude 1, 2 kilometers down, and 6:54 a.m. So those are the fresher ones, and that's what I'm after, is just the fresher ones here. There's another one on the road. This is another car accident. That one's 5 kilometers down, 0.8 at 10:56 a.m. Somebody coming from the airport real fast into town, I guess. So, already did. Cigarettes are ready. Oh, boy. Oh. 3 kilometers down, 0.5, 7:56 a.m. 3 kilometers isn't so bad. I'm not going to panic. It's when they get a little bit more shallow that we start to worry. This guy, 4 kilometers down from today at 4:58 a.m., 0.8. And this guy is 0.1, also 4 kilometers down, 3:48 a.m. We go up a little bit more. This might be yesterday's. No, 1:03 a.m., 1 in magnitude, 5 kilometers down. We also have this guy here, 5 kilometers down, 1.2, and that was 11:23 a.m. So not too shallow for those ones, and that is actually good to see. This one, 4 kilometers down, 0.8, and what do we got out here? I'm just trying to find the shallow ones. 3 kilometers down, and that is 0.4. And let's get in, and we'll do these ones on this side of the highway first here. So this guy, 1.2, 5 kilometers down, 11:23. And this guy here is a 2, and 5 kilometers down, 12:12 was the time on that one. Up here on top of the hill, we have a 0.2, and it has no depth indicated, so I'm not sure if she's gonna blow from up top. No. Anyway, 3 kilometers down on that one, 0.3 in magnitude, 12:20 was the time on that. And I see a little one right beside this other one here. Point 3 kilometers down, 11:59 a.m. And that is pretty cool, I guess, for the most part. So the ones on this side are not as far up as they were before. So I'm wondering if we're getting a slowdown in something. This one, 3 kilometers down, 0.4, 3:55 a.m. This guy is a little bit older, but 3:49, 2.2, 5 kilometers down. The big one here, 1.9, also 5 kilometers down, 4 a.m. on that guy. We got this little one beside the highway, 3 kilometers down, 0.5, and 12:32 for that guy. And most of those are okay. The other ones are older. I'm not going to worry about all of them. 0.7 in magnitude and 4 kilometers down, 4:29 a.m. for that guy. And then we do have a few more kind of peppered in between here. Again, 5 kilometers down, 0.6, 10:30 in the morning. So that's telling you that these are not up very high. Most of that activity is low down. 5 kilometers, still a long way before it gets to the surface. 0.8 on that one from 10:44. So that's what we're seeing there. And I don't know. Really nothing too majorly drastic. If we go to the other map, I just wanted to look at that, see how it fared, and then we can take a look at that area. So that's where that 1.7 is. So it's right on the end of this whole thing here. And what is it? Rake your dollar. Rake your dollar. Rake your dollar. It's a rake your dollar 1.7. And that is that whole area, of course, is what is an old lava flow, multiple flows, not just one. I mean multiple flows. You can see in here, this is a flow by itself. There's another one right here. This is a flow. That is a flow. This is a flow. So these were all poured out at different times, and definitely different issues. Hekla is a little further away, but that is not where it is. So that's kind of what we're seeing there. Anyway, I didn't see too much down here in our wonderful Gelding Gedarler, and we did want to have a look. We do have a 1.0 here, 7.3 kilometers down though. That was 20 of 34 yesterday. Unfortunately, that is not going to cause anybody to write home about anything. So a small quake, and we've kind of gone over these already, and not going to worry about the rest of them. So that's kind of what we're looking at. For those who are not familiar with this area of Iceland, it's the Reykjanes Peninsula, and this is Reykjavik and the Keflavik Airport right here, and you've got Keflavik, Yardvik, Reykjanesbær, and the army base right in there. I guess, well, Reykjanesbær is the base kind of thing. And then over here, of course, it's where the Blue Lagoon, the power plant, and then if you go down the highway here, Grindavik, and that's where they're located. And of course, this is the place where you will stop if you're there, and you will get yourself an Icelandic hot dog, because they are good. All right. Okay, that's enough promoting the gas station there in downtown Grindavik, and that is all cool. And anyway, they got candies in there and everything else. They even got Icelandic lottery tickets if you want them. I don't know how that works, but they sell them there. So all cool, you guys. So that's basically it for Iceland in a nutshell. And we're not seeing anything major happening. Actually, let's just take a look at the other map here for a second. And I did remember I seen the other little quakes on here I wanted to kind of go over. 7:30 this morning, a 0.47, and that is to the north, basically, of our Ragnar. No, hang on, Ragnar's over here. That is by itself. This is the one I was thinking here, almost to the north. And that kind of makes you wonder. Gelding Godarler there, and this guy is on that same fissure, 7.2 kilometers down. So we did look at that. They have a slightly different measurement than the other one, but that would be right in line with it. And of course, the more we see of those, the happier we are, right? I don't think it's going to work. Anyway, that's what we're seeing as far as our little earthquakes and tremors. Nothing overly drastic, and nothing that is telling us it's going to pop. Mars 2028, there have been lots of activities to let Hecla go, but yes, Iceland hot dogs are delicious and expensive. Dr. Fox, and now I'm hungry. Yvonne, I don't know. They're no more expensive than a hot dog out in the street, street vendors here. So, I don't know. It's like, what was it, 4,000 kroner? And that works out to about $4 Canadian, $5 Canadian, something like that. And for an Icelandic hot dog, that is actually pretty good. I don't know where you were buying yours. When I bought them downtown in at that famous shop where the presidents always bought them, it was only, I think, 2,700 kroners. So it was actually pretty cheap in that sense, which is about $3 Canadian. And I didn't mind that. That's not so bad, right? And I don't know. No, it's not a chili dog, Sasha. It's an Icelandic hot dog. Downtown hot dogs are the best. Yep. Yeah. You know, the problem with downtown, though, is you got to park really far away to be able to get there. And I had no idea where to go to park. And I finally found a spot, and there was no sign on it. But I figured, okay, I'm going to park there, and it's just like a half a block, and I'll run over, grab a hot dog, and run back. And of course, and I think I may have mentioned this story here. Anyway, I was standing there looking for signs, and the one lady asked me in Icelandic if she could help me. It was an elderly lady. They just came out of the shop there, and I asked her if she spoke English, and of course she did. And she said, what is it that you're looking for? And I said, well, I'm looking to see if there's no parking signs on here, because I don't see anything, and it's a nice little parking stall, and I just don't want to get a ticket. And the second lady that was there, she kind of piped up and says, well, what is it that you got to do? And I says, I just want to go over and grab a hot dog over at the hot dog stand and come right back and get going, right? And she said, well, I'll stay here and watch your car and make sure nobody puts a ticket on it in the meantime while you run over. I said, well, it's only going to take 2 or 3 minutes and I'll be back, right? So anyway, I had gotten back, and of course she was talking to someone, telling them that I'm coming back right away to load up the car for the goods that she just bought and stuff. And anyway, she told a fib, but it was fun. It was fun. Anyway, got out of there, so it was all good, you guys. And got away with not having to pay for a ticket or parking. So thank you to the very kind elderly Icelandic ladies. and really did appreciate that. So, all cool and awesome. Anyway, yep, hot dogs are good there, and definitely. Okay, so let's see, who else popped in? Cananaskis Country and Perfectibility 999 and Colin. Welcome, you guys. Who else did I miss here? Leo Carlson, welcome back. And James Bong also popped in. Good to have you guys on board. And let's see, did I miss anyone else? I don't see anybody else that I might have missed. But if I didn't say hi to you, you can yell at me, like Daryl R., who is just popped in, and that is all good. Okay, let's pop it back over. Well, it is it's break time, you guys. So I'm going to leave you somewhere, but I got to figure out some music we're going to take along for you. And somebody said that they're getting flooded out in Yellowstone Park. Some of the upper basin or something, some of the roads are closed. And I was looking at Yellowstone earlier here going, well, it's sunny, it's nice, the parking lot is full. That is pretty cool. And not quite understanding that one. So, but that's okay. It happens. Anyhow, good people, I'm going to leave you here at Yellowstone. Search for a buffalo and Sasquatch, and I am going to go take that 5-minute break, and I'll be back then. So if you have not yet hit the like button, please do consider hitting the like button. It really does help us build up the stream, get more people in, and of course YouTube analytics do the thing. Drank an espresso, that was so good as 20 years ago at our neighbors in Iceland. Almost as good as in Sicily. Looking forward to it. Okay, wow, that's awesome. Anyway, like I say, hit that like button, you guys, if you haven't done so yet. And Estella Andre, welcome. And anyway, I'm going to go take that break. So please don't go away. Lots more to come. And I'll be back in 5 minutes. Thank you. welcome back, everyone. I'm glad to have you on board. That was our wonderful, what do we call it? We call it the Lava Boogie, but it's Boogie Woogie Bed by, what is it, Audiotronics? And that is actually who does that. And we've nicknamed it the Lava Boogie, and it is pretty awesome. Anyway, somebody asked, was that, I think it was Gura that asked, asking about whether that was a not Yellowstone, but Old Faithful. And no, it wasn't Old Faithful. That was one of the other geysers. And unfortunately, Old Faithful isn't due to shoot up for a little while yet. So we'll maybe catch that in a bit. But anyway, thank you everyone for the welcome backs from, let's see, we've got all kinds of people. We got Leo and Grandma B and Kevin and Mona Alfano is boogieing to the music as well. Welcome, Mona. And Gura, of course, and let's see, Paul Williams. Thank you. Sharon Stewart saying, I can hear you. Welcome, Sharon Stewart. And Metal Omi 54 in the house as well. Good to have you on board. I think we've got most of you. I think there might have been a name or two I could have missed in between here somewhere. We got Leo. We got Mona. Who else snuck in here that I missed earlier? We got Mars 2028, not a worry there. We got Echo the Bot, and I know there's somebody that snuck in here and I missed them, but that's okay. We'll catch you. Billy Bob Joe is here as well, and that might have been one of the ones I missed. Glad to have you on board. Beehive, that was the Beehive. Yep, we are on looking at other stuff now. For those people, if you ever want that stuff there at Yellowstone, just punch in Yellowstone or Jellystone if you're so are inclined, and that'll give you the link to this particular page. And they do have a very, very nice map that you can take a look at. That will kind of let you know which geyser is what. And I'm not going to try to learn geyser names. It's not worthwhile. It's hard enough for me to figure out all the volcanoes, never mind geysers. Looks like a moonshine plant. Out in the backwoods, you bet. Out in Wyoming. Out in the backwoods of Wyoming. Nobody out there, and that's the way it is. I think Wyoming, the entire state, only has like 400,000 or 500,000 people, so it's not a very populated place. I think there's probably a percentage of that population is actually visiting, for the most part, up at Yellowstone Park, so pretty cool. Anyway, that is one of the things Wyoming has going for it. That is for sure. Amongst other things, there's some real neat stuff in that state. Stuff I'd like to go have a look at. I read today they closed most of the park due to flooding. And yeah, that was already kind of mentioned earlier here, that the upper basin area is definitely having some issues. So it doesn't look like it affected this area as much. I was looking earlier here and seeing the parking lot is just completely full of cars and stuff like that. So people are going, and that is pretty awesome. Thank you, BMAT, for renewing your wonderful membership there. That is awesome. Do appreciate the renewal, and really nice of you. And let me write that down. BMAT, there, renewed membership. There we go. That is awesome. Thank you for the support, William. Do appreciate it. Okay, let's carry on with some of the other volcanoes around the world. Somebody was mentioning Taal earlier. Let's have a look at it right now and see what it is doing. And, is that big cloud above Taal from Taal, or is it from something else? That is the question. Let me get on the right page. No, that cloud moved. It's not from there. These ones here might be from this, but we really don't know. It doesn't look like it's doing a heck of a lot. Why is that not showing live? It should be live. Let me fix that up, and hopefully that'll go. Oh, come on. What are you gonna do? Put me on non-live? There we go. Finally, live. There. All right, that is working. Okay, those clouds in the distance, that's not related to the volcano at all. And it looks a lot quieter. It is steaming a little bit, but it's difficult to tell because we do have that morning fog or steam or evaporation from Taal Lake happening, and that is a very consistent thing every morning, very foggy. So that's what they're getting, unless there's a nice breeze going across the lake. So that's what we got, guys. And let's take a look if Madam Roots has got hers up. I don't believe she did. I was looking earlier. No, she does not. So Taal from Taal, these guys, Taal Volcano, courtesy of Taal meditation. So think tall, think tall. Okay, never mind. I'm trying to be funny when I'm not. Let's pop over to Japan, and we'll have a look there, see how that is. Ooh, not good, not good. The ice cream boat is there. If anybody wants to go, make sure your fog lights are on if you're heading down there. Oh boy, where is it? I'm trying to locate it here. It's so foggy I can't see. There we go, on the right one. So you can see the boat is in. If we go over to the other view, we can't see a darn thing. If we back up about 5 hours, it puts us back into nighttime here. Come on, you can do it. Yeah, and we can just barely see the outline of part of the volcano. Unfortunately, it's not doing very well. If we go back 11 hours, you can see a little bit more, but very, very difficult to see it, and that would have been about 9:39 their time in the evening yesterday. And it's just super foggy there right now. So that's what we're seeing or not seeing. Ice cream boat definitely is still in there. And let's pop over to the next one, Sakurajima's crater, and again a fog moving up a little bit further. They must have that storm going through there. That is Mount Fuji, and even in the wee hours there, I think it was in fog as well. Let's see. Come on, you can do it. There we go. Yep, and that's about 3 hours ago. So definitely no seeing that one today. Dollars to Donuts says we will not see the other one either. Oh yeah. Oh, maybe we will. Okay, a little bit better there. We can actually see ASO, and that is ASO is the way it is spelt, and that is ASO San Volcano. Definitely steaming, and I'm not sure if it's because it's getting all that moisture being put in there, and that is giving it extra fuel to steam off. And this one, of course, has been downgraded to a green level, so not anything major to worry about with this particular volcano. One more in Japan, and that is Suwanoshijima, and I think their stream might have gone down. Yep, it did. And let's see if it, no, they're not working anymore. So that's it. We don't get to see that one at all. And that is our view today. Not very pleasant, if you ask me. And all right, let's carry on and see what else we've got. Here's Azores. And of course, we can see some of the lights out here at Pico Island. Let me get onto that screen. There we go. And then I can point them out right in there. And that is about 18 kilometers across between the islands here. And this, of course, is that harbor that is just on the south side of the island of Sao George. And that is the island of interest. And this is that little cove I was always referring to, watching for whitewater down here to see how rough the seas are for nighttime. And I think they are fairly rough today or night. Definitely wouldn't want to be on the water. And here's a nice shot. Look at this shiny thing up here. That is the midnight sun, if you want to call it that. And of course, that is the wonderful moon. And we do like that. That's pretty awesome, you guys. So, yep. It is, what time is that picture from? 23:51, it looks like, I think. Yep, 23:51. So that's what it looked like there. And, yep, shining in the moonlight, you guys. Earthquakes for there, though. That is a different story. Not very many today. 2 on this particular list. 1.5 from 39 minutes after midnight, and then we had this other one, a 1.9 from 6:30 this morning, and nothing else. Pardon me. I'm going to throw it on the other map, and I got to do a refresh on this one just to make sure, and make that map bigger as soon as we get rid of the advertising. There we go. And that's kind of what we're seeing on the map, just the two right there, and nothing major. So one is 23 hours ago, the other one 17 hours ago, and that sounds exactly like what we've seen on the other one. We do also see one back here, and that is 16 hours ago, 2.1. We did have one here yesterday as well. And we had that other one over here somewhere yesterday. So seeing those, nothing too major and nothing to write home about. There's our big list. Really nothing going on as per se. I should put this on a wider screen mode. There we go. Let's take a look. Oh, again, it did it to me. Why does it do that? Huh. There. All right. There's our 2 quakes, and I don't know if they're counting one of them up here, 1 and 2, and then this one is the third one that was further away. Anyway, 8 kilometers down on that one. The other 2 are pretty much surface. So that is what we're seeing for the Azores, you guys. I'll put it back onto this guy and turn that back off. Looking at the time real quick, yep, we do have enough time to put Popocatépetl from Mexico in there, and that is looking pretty frosty if you ask me. They've got snow on it. Did nobody tell the volcano it is not winter? It is summertime, and again, it's cut me down from, you know, they only transmit in 480, and YouTube cuts it down to 360. It just doesn't make a lot of sense. But yeah, anyway, Mexico, you know, Central America almost, and they've got snow on the tops of the mountains. Mind you, it's pretty darn tall, so that's what you get. Going to the other views, and again, not very good on those ones. Why is everything not working here? Very poor on that side. Yep, we go. I had all these working, nothing is live. That is just amazing. I spend all this time going around making sure everything is live before the stream, and I click on every one of these and they're not live. That really drives a guy crazy sometimes. Anyway, I'm not seeing a heck of a lot here either. This is Fuego de Colima, south of Guadalajara City in Mexico, and we can't see a darn thing. We'll move down the coast a little bit, and we'll go to Guatemala and see if we can see Fuego. And oh boy, same thing. No Fuego. I'm just checking along the way here. No, not visible at all, unfortunately, you guys. We're not batting 100 today. Murphy's Law states, if anything can go wrong, it will. Thank you, Echo the Bot. It will. And of course, Talika, still the same photo as before. Nothing new. This one here still from the 11th of Momotombo, and then of course here we have one that is up to date. Actually 5:53 p.m. is the time on this one today, and of course that is down in Masaya in Nicaragua, and that is actually not a bad sight there. Being able to see it, thank you, at least one of them showed up. Makes it a little easier. So that's kind of what it looks like. They've got very, very cloudy conditions everywhere, and Popocatépetl just keeps on hiding itself and staying in the snow. Nasty. Merapi, really quickly. Merapi is happy. It's doing its thing. We're going to check back on that one a little bit more later. And let's see if they still had Semeru on this other one here. They changed their views around. Yeah, they did too. Yeah, the only one that you can see Semeru on is in here. And unfortunately, it is not a very good view. So we don't get to see Semeru today. We also don't get to see Krakatoa or any of those. They apparently don't have that stream going. So kind of a darn thing that, you know, not much a guy can do about it, right? So what we will do is, I'm just trying to think of where I'm going to leave you here. Let's see if our old geyser is going yet. No, our geyser is not. And I'm not sure where to leave you. I don't really want to leave you dangling here. This is kind of not the right kind of place. Because we're not going to see a heck of a lot over at that. Let me put you on to all. I think that might be a nice... at least we can see the clouds go by for right now, you guys. So that should be all right. And I will get ready to go take my break. So you guys, if you have not yet hit that like button, please do consider hitting the like. Also, if you haven't subscribed yet, we do have the doors open, and it is in non-subscriber mode there. So we have that. Hey, Hans is here. Welcome. John Shepard also popped in. You guys are just in time for my second break. That is pretty awesome of you. And anyway, hit that like button, you guys. That would be awesome. And somebody's saying they're buffering. I'm looking at my output here. It is solid. So not sure what's going on here, guys. If there's some other issues with YouTube, hopefully there is not. Anyway, for now, if you haven't subscribed yet, do that. If you haven't hit that like button yet, please give it a quick shot. And on that friendly note, I am going to take a 5-minute break. When we come back from the break, we will throw in those wonderful bacon seeds that Piggy provided. And not sure, I haven't seen her yet. Hopefully she's all right. Um, yeah, and when we don't hear from Piggy, it's usually she's got an injury. I hope she's doing okay. Anyway, trying to knock on wood here that that didn't happen. Anyway, keep smiling, guys. I'm going to turn some music on, and I'll be back in 5 minutes. Don't go away. Bacon seeds coming up. And welcome back, everyone, or welcome, depending on who you are. And glad to have you all on board. Smoking joking. Yeah, I know where there's some lava, but since there is an open position, we would like to send you down to go videotape it for us and live stream. We've booked a flight for you on a cargo aircraft, and they will do a flyover of Erebus, and they'll drop you off and some gear, and you can set up the satellite dish and show us what it looks like. That would really be cool. So I'm glad that you're wanting the lava that badly. So yeah, Erebus, it's a nice place, really beautiful this time of year, they tell me. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, let us get over to our bacon seeds, and welcome Smoking Joking. I'll love to have you on board here. Okay, bacon seed. This one was the last one from yesterday that we were looking at, and that is definitely getting that old rocking chair rocking, and must have been listening to the music. What? Tom Dice? Where is that? Where's what? Storm over what? Over what? Storm over out of the basement. Uh-oh. Okay, glad that you're safe, Tom. Good to be back. All right. Yeah, it is nice. I'm glad that you got through that storm, whatever it was. Here's our next bacon seed. And somebody said that they didn't like bacon seeds, so this is our response to them. And gotta love it, you guys. I'm kidding. Nobody has complained about bacon seeds yet. But that would be a good response. So I really, really like it. Love the way yeah, sassy pig, you bet. It is definitely cheeky, yeah. All right, next. Here they are. They're planning their attack. Having a little bit of slop from the trough. All right. Those are wonderful. These are fairly large bacon seeds. They're just about ready to be bacon, and although they are still very young, but they definitely are in good shape. So always nice to see that. Next one, and here's a whole herd of them. If you want bacon seeds, look at all those ears. They're everywhere. They're everywhere. I don't know if you guys want to try counting those, but there's just too many in there. That must be a really big box full of bacon. And that is pretty awesome. All right, let's see. Count them. Yeah, oh, yeah, sure. Go ahead. You do your thing. I'm not even going to try to guess. Like up in the front, you probably have a dozen just in half of the picture. There's probably 2 dozen, if not more, in there, you guys. So definitely worthy of looking at. And let's get on to our next one. We will see what we have. Now, this is more like it. This is like bacon seeds, little tiny ones. Look at how little they are. We've got 5 of them there. 4 kind of snout down, and 1 trying to climb over them. And 3, 4, shoot. 1, 2. No, don't shoot. That would be bad. Anyway, that is the little bacon seeds there. Love them. And next one, a whole basket full of them. And the second from the left is doing something with his tongue. I don't know what's going on. These guys sure have black noses. That's pretty neat. Kind of neat to see. But yep, piggies in the basket. Gotta love it. And let's get on to our next one. And that is this wonderful guy. I think we might have seen him on the chair before, but he's still worthy of looking at. He's kind of got a smirk on his face saying, oh, look at me, I'm proud. So charcoals, I guess you could call them charcoal piggies. And let's get to our last one of today, and that is this little guy, or guys. There's two of them there. Whoops. Trying to turn the background ones off. There we go. And definitely not starving little piggies. They do look very, very healthy, and look like they're having a little bit of fun there or something. Anyway, that is all good, you guys. Love those bacon seeds. Piggy, if you're listening, thank you kindly again. Those are awesome. One of the other black pigs, what, exploded? Yeah, possible. Patchy piggy, yep, definitely. Anyway, let's go elsewhere and see what else we've got on our wonderful plate today. Let's head to Hawaii and see what we've got going on there. And of course, this was my thumbnail for today, and I thought it was a kind of a nice picture when I seen it last night at what was it, 1911 Hawaii time yesterday. And I thought, hey, this would be pretty cool for a thumbnail, and definitely is. Love that blue tinge in there. So we'll ruin it and refresh it and see what it looks like right now. This is current time 14:06, and we do see the lava is near the top, but not quite all the way full. It does look like it did overflow just a little on the edges on this side here. I'm not sure why we would see some overflow on one side and not the other. Maybe we've got more uplift over here than we do over here, and that is showing a little bit more of the edge. And again, very hard to tell what's really going on in the atoll here. It does have lava in it. It's just it's the way it's dried up. I know it looks like it's kind of a hole, but it isn't. And it is building its own little hornito over here, and this is quite fascinating to see. We'll keep an eye on that in a future time and see what happens. That was again from last night. Pretty looking picture. A little smoky though, can't tell what's going on. Let's revise that and look at what the daytime shot is, and a lot clearer looking today. Of course, there you see the primary vent, and again the distance, it's moved away from the actual caldera wall. It's pretty amazing to see that. Also, it is definite that you can see the raised area in the center here, and it kind of slopes down. So this whole patch has uplifted somewhat with the lava pool and everything. And the outskirts here are a little bit lower down in elevation, and we do still have that video for those who aren't quite sure of what we're looking at here. Actually, I'll play that right now just so you can see what that looks like. And this is the rising of the actual lava bed coming up inside the caldera. So it looks pretty awesome. And this was from May 31st, but it is a time lapse from different days. So they did definitely use different days for that. But you can see how that whole uplift in the center of that crater happened, and how it basically created that little bit of an island type effect with the new lava around the outsides. So that was kind of what we were looking at there. All right, Other images, this one, of course, being from, actually, that's an old one. I don't know if that's going to work here. This is from the 11th. Let's see what happens when we refresh. Did they fix the camera? Yep, this is current, 1407, and on the 13th. So anyway, we do see over here primary vent, and then that lava tube that feeds this lake is right there. Again, you can see out in the background here is a lot of lighter colored material or fresher lava that has dried up. And again, you can see these large cracks here from that lifting that we seen in that video. So this whole area in the middle here is a lot higher up than the edges. Even Pig Island lifted up along with the rest of it. So that's kind of what we're seeing. Here's our thermal image from last night from 1914. And again, primary cone here, little overflow out the back side. And that, of course, has got a tube underneath here feeding this. Pardon me. Feeding this lava tube going into the lake or pond, whatever you want to call it. Got to refresh that guy real quick, and there we go. Again, we can see a lot of lighter material here, a lot more glow to it. So they are getting more lava underneath here that's keeping this area hot. And again, definitely see the outline of the raised area here, and it goes all the way around. So definitely lifted up that center portion. You can kind of tell it slopes down a little bit. I know thermal image, it's difficult to actually judge that, but that is what's happening. So that is what we've got for those in a nutshell, and we will go take a look at earthquakes for Hawaii really quickly. And let's pop over to their earthquake map. And of course, we always look for the red dots. And red ones are the newest ones. And there's your Hawaiian island chain. And of course, we're zooming in on the big island of Hawaii. And that is what we're looking at. So down here, this rumble area here, that's the Pahala area. This is Mauna Kea, Mauna Loa, and Kilauea is over here. And first thing I'm seeing is an oddity out here, so I want to check this. 2.3, 37.3 kilometers down from 8:31 this morning, Hawaii time, and really makes me wonder what's going on over there. Normally we don't see quakes in that area. Red one first, since it's the newest, 2.0, 1741 as the time on it, and standard depth. And I'm not going to give depths. We know that they're all between approximately 30 and 35 kilometers down in this area. Unless it's something weird, we'll just leave it be. Anyway, 1.8 right there from 1558. Going closer to Pahala itself, 1.9, 8:28 a.m. This guy's a little bit bigger, 2.6, 9:11 a.m. One right in town, 1.8 at 14:51. Then we have this guy here, 2.2, and that is at 18:47 yesterday. So. Okay, don't need to worry about him. This guy is from today at 1:24 a.m., 1.9. This guy's a little bigger again, 2.0. Yesterday, 19:24. This guy yesterday as well, 18:43. Oh, sorry, 34. Dyslexia got me again. This one here, 2:13 a.m., and that is 1.8. And 2.3 from yesterday, 2004, and where's this guy from? Today, 5:22 a.m. So that's kind of what we're seeing there on the big island of Hawaii. If we zoom in on Kilauea, that is what the caldera is actually looking like. And of course, the observatory that they have out there is over on this side. And cameras, I'm not sure where they're actually located, but somewhere over here. And the viewing area that the guys, the other people always go to, I do believe, is somewhere around here. I'm not 100% sure where exactly they're looking at it from, but it's in this general area. So that's kind of what we're seeing. And yep, that's it. Kilauea, you guys. Michigan Rick, welcome. Good to see you. And did anybody else sneak in? No. I think that's good for now. All right, we'll zoom out a little bit, and while we're on this map, we'll take a look for some big shakers around the world, and maybe we'll find some. Now, one of the things I was mentioning was these quakes here on the mid-Atlantic ridge. And I see we do have another one, fair size 5.1, and that one is at 1720 is when it happened today, their time down there at Georgetown, St. Helena, and that's the closest landmark. But interesting to see. And then we remember we've got all those little ones that we've seen up here, just at the top of Iceland, that are not showing up on the maps here because it's just not USGS stuff, right? So that is always interesting to see that we've got some movement on the ridge. We also have this 4.9 down here, also at 1:04 a.m., only 10 kilometers down. I'm not going to worry about these other ones, not that big. Looking at our Australian and Indonesian areas, a little quieter there. Only a couple little quakes. We have this 4.9 here at Tonga, and that is on the Kermadec Ridge, of course, and we're not going to see too much from that. We did also have out here in Vanuatu, there was a couple 4.4 at 20:42 yesterday, and this one 11:26 today, and that is at 4.9. Now that's 229 kilometers down. How deep is this one? 56. So quite deep stuff there. We know the subduction zones are always deep quakes, or at least in that area. Not seeing anything new here in the Malaysian, Indonesian area, not till we get way up here by Taiwan, and there we see a 4.6, and that is actually part of one of the Japanese islands, I guess, and 5:18 a.m. is when that happened at a depth of 23 kilometers. Nothing up in Japan, nothing on the Kamchatka Peninsula, nothing really of significance on the Aleutian Islands. So very, very quiet. I think most of our major activity is here in the Himalayas. Afghanistan 4.4. Here's Tajikistan had a 4.3. So all the way along here. Of course, India is subducting underneath, pushing the Himalayas up into the heavens, if you will. And even though Mount Everest is not the tallest mountain in the world, when you measure it from base to top, that goes to a few others, and but it is still a very, very sizable, and the tallest one above sea level, anyway. Let's see, this one 4.3, this other one over here is 4.2, so pretty cool. All right, that is it for earthquakes for you guys, unless we want to take a quick look here. Here's our Puerto Rican hotspot, and that continues to go. And these guys are always around that size. I still have to figure out why we're seeing so many right here in that same spot. It's almost like the same thing as what we have at Pahala in whatchamacallit there, Hawaii. So why? Why is it there? Something is causing it, right? And that is, of course, this is subducting underneath that, or this is riding over top, however you want to look at it. Anyway, we'll pop on here to our next one real quick. And this is, of course, we already looked at the Azores. So Canary Islands is the one we want now. And we'll have a quick look here. I just refreshed it just to see what's going on. And here we got a tiny little quake in between the islands Tenerife and I think it's Gran Canaria. And 1.5 is the size of it. Nothing major, you guys. So leaving those alone, we'll zoom in here a little bit on La Palma itself, where our wonderful volcano Cumbre Vieja is, and it's about here. And we do see a few more quakes on here, but I don't know. It's kind of odd that all of a sudden we get a whole bunch of them. But 0.8 from, 5 minutes after midnight, that is 5 kilometers down. Then you got a 1 kilometer down, 1:36 a.m. for that 1.1. Then we see a 1.9 at 2:22, 3 kilometers down. We see this next one, 1.4, 2:52 a.m., 3 kilometers down. Then a little further down, this guy here, right on the edge of the land, 11 kilometers down, 1.2. And then another 0.8 up on the hills here, 5 kilometers down. And this is 1 kilometer down for that one. That's just pretty much right underneath Cumbre Vieja. So that's kind of what we're seeing there, you guys. So we had a little bit more activity here in La Palma over the last 24 hours, which is all right. It's cool. It kind of like it, but we'll see what happens. Anyway, let's see where I can leave you here. That is too fuzzy. Let me see. Do they have people lined up? Oh, it's raining like mad out there. I gotta go. Yeah, I'm gonna go on a break, you guys. Don't go away. I gotta run out and grab that little bird and get him into the dispenser. I'll leave it on right here and throw some music on for you guys. And I'll be back. Don't go away. Alrighty, there we go. Welcome back, everyone. I'm glad to have you on board. I'm waiting for this old geezer to fire up here. What's going on? Did the time not click properly? Or did I miss it while I was down there rescuing the wonderful little magpie? By the way, the magpie was all good. Even when I touched him, he had no squawking, but as soon as I picked him up, he started squawking at me, going, "Where are you taking me? Where are you taking me?" And then, of course, I put him inside the dispenser shelter and set him down nicely. And he hopped a little further in and turned around and looked at me and didn't say a word. So he's sitting in there, and he's probably thankful that he's not in the rain. So I'm all happy about that. Hey, welcome back, Doc. I'm also, also had a visitor. Oh, cool. Very good, Leo. Kind of early in the morning to have visitors, eh? But that's okay. Anyway, did this thing go or not? Thank you, everyone, for the welcome backs, by the way. Lived a mile from the U of M football stadium. I never lived there. Thanks, BMAT. And fleas? Who's got fleas? No, you don't get no fleas. Anyway, good to have that little birdie safe anyway. His parents kind of know where he is, and I'm not so worried about getting my smell on him and having the parents think that somebody has been messing with their baby or whatever. That whole dispenser, he's been in there. I mean, I built the darn thing, so it's going to have my scent all over it. And I think they're still okay with him since we've moved him a few times here now. So all good, you guys. It is all good. Anyway, yeah, I don't know if this thing is going off yet, or has it, or is it finally getting there? I think it might be finally getting there. I don't see the people leaving, so hopefully it'll shoot up a little bit and we can see what's going on. The chat went quiet. Let's see. Thanks, Doc. Okay, there we go. Is he getting food? Yes, the parents are actually still coming and bringing him food. They're feeding him. And he doesn't want to eat from me, so I don't know what the heck is going on. I bought him both fresh and freeze-dried mealworms. And I've left a couple piles of the freeze-dried ones in the dispenser area, so if he does get at feeling kind of peckish, he can indulge. And he has been picking at stuff, so he's learning how to do that. He's not a pro at it yet by any means, or she, I should say. But if anybody wants to go see the update video, it is posted. I did have it on my channel there, and we do have it if you want to go have a look. Fairly close-up view of the little guy. Sultan of Swing just got an alert on the phone. Says entrance to Yellowstones are closed due to hazardous conditions. Yes, lots of rain, and apparently, what do they say? The upper basin. Dr. Fox Magpie. Yeah. Dr. Magpie? No, I don't know. It's all good, you guys. So, I hope that little guy's okay with me doing that for him. I think he realized after I put him in there that there's something up, that he's not getting wet right now, and that's probably a lot better for him. Dr. Fox Pie. I don't know if that's going to go over well. Yeah. Anyway, you guys, all good. Let's see what else we got going on here. So we had Jellystone here isn't kicking out very much. And let's take a look at Taal again and just go back through our wonderful volcanoes. We wanted to maybe take a little more of a look at Merapi. All is being quiet. It is clearing a little bit. Still a lot of evaporation happening from the lake water, and that's what you would expect in a climate like that. It is clearing up a little bit in Sakurajima in Japan, a little bit better than what we had before. And if I go over there and we can actually take a look and see where that darn ice cream boat is. As soon as I find where that is, there it is. And, uh-oh, what happened? What happened? I clicked there. Oh, there. Okay, ice cream boat just took off, you guys. Unfortunately, I hope everybody got their ice cream while it was still parked. Anyway, the other volcanoes are still not looking very good. And it looks like it's raining even heavier out at ASO. So I'll leave that be, put it back on here. I did say I wanted to have another look at Merapi. We do see some awesome shots here. The way that cloud stuff is kind of building up in there, and it looks neat. Let me find it here. So I wanted to go back in that though, and right into the night. There were a couple of spots where we did have some decent bacon coming down, and actually there you can see that trail. That's pretty neat, and that's fairly new. I'm not sure when that actually got created, but if we go ahead a little bit here in time, I think I need to hit the 10-second one, get it going a little bit faster, or maybe, yeah, it should be somewhere right around here. There we go. And that is one of those. Now with that material there, kind of laid down a path, that should be easier for that new material to slide down on top of it. So it's going to be interesting to see what it's doing. Actually, that stuff looks like it's right beside it and not going over top of it. That might be higher yet. But pretty cool to see that flowing down. So I thought, yeah, we need to get some lava in here, and that at least will give you a little taste of bacon, and that is what we want. And let's see. Yeah, that's awesome looking, sliding down the hill. We're just about at 100 likes, you guys. For those people who are here, if you haven't hit that like button yet, please give it a quick bop. That would be awesome and make me feel really happy. If you haven't done so yet and you're enjoying the show, give it a quick tap, and away you go. And let's see if we go back a little bit further in time here. There was another spot that I did see where we had some fairly decent lava flow. It's just, I can't remember what time. I did write it down so many hours back, but that was this morning. I forgot to write down the actual time. Click something wrong, and I was hoping to see when we could, when that actually happened, that flow, but that must have been during the day. Yeah, that one was just a little bit. Yeah, I don't think we're going to see a heck of a lot of anything right about there. And if we slide ahead a little bit, yeah, we do see a little bit. I think there's some water coming down, rain, making the lens flare up like that. And here I thought it was, oh yay, an eruption. But no such luck, you guys, and that is kind of what we're seeing. Well, there is actually a little bit of an eruption. It's just not throwing a lava out. It's just continuing to smoke quite a bit. And that is it for Merapi, basically, today. So I'll leave that guy be, and we'll have a quick peek at the other volcanoes around the world, and then we'll do a quick weather and be good for today. So this is what we're seeing here. And oh, hey, what's this? 5.1 and Port Hardy, BC. Bob, C&D boy, did you feel that by chance? And I'm wondering, that's out in the water a little ways, but Bob is down here, and that is where the quake was. So, Yona, welcome, and glad to have you on board. Thank you for hitting that wonderful like button. C&D boy, did you actually hear this one or feel that quake? Just curious if you're there listening. Okay, maybe he's busy. All right, I'm not going to worry about him then, and we'll zoom back out. And really not anything new as far as volcanoes are concerned. Everything is pretty much identical to what we've seen. I have not seen any changes. We still have our same stuff in Iceland. Welcome, Lucas Snow, and we do have Etna, Volcano, Stromboli, and Campi doing their thing. And of course, Etna is actually over here where Campi is. That's where Vesuvius is as well. And that's where Yvonne is heading in, I think, about 4 days. And then she'll be heading over to Etna. Unfortunately, I've got a sneaky hunch Etna won't be doing a lot of erupting by then. Hoping it reactivates. So that's kind of what we're seeing there, and not too much going on. Okay, let us get over to our weather, and whether we like it or not. Yeah, this is what I wasn't liking. I was looking at this going, oh really? Rain for a day and a half. So yeah, we're in for some rain Tuesday and Wednesday. Just looking at that. Pardon me. So that's what we're going to see. Anyway, North America, not too bad, except for I don't know what the heck is going on in Alaska here. Why do they have so much SO2 all of a sudden? That is really weird. And that looks like one of the volcanoes here, possibly Cleveland or Pavlov is giving off a fair amount, but they've got a whole bunch there. Anyway, we'll figure that one out later. Get rid of this flag over here. Not too bad in most of Canada and most of the U.S. Central America, as we get down into Mexico, we see a little bit still pluming out into the Pacific, and not too much. We also see some stuff coming off of these other countries here in the Caribbean, but the rest of Central America is not so bad. We've got our standard little volcanoes here, there, and everywhere, and including this guy that we discovered yesterday there, and unfortunately I didn't see too much of it. Let's just take a look at that in a little bigger picture, and there you can actually see the crater, and this looks like a massive caldera that it's in, and it's like a crater within a crater, and yeah, that's pretty awesome. Yep, definitely a volcano in there, and that is of course in Costa Rica, and that is what do they call it? Santa Cruz is that one, and that's what we're seeing there. So pretty awesome, and we like it. Let's zoom back out. Going down the coast here, we see that they do have some material, looks like a little bit more pluming off of Sabancaya here, just to have a quick look and see what it is doing. It's been a little bit more quiet as of the last little while here, but still a little off-gassing there, and Sabancaya definitely is an active volcano, and that is continuing to do its thing. So nice to see. We'll kill that real quick, zoom back out, take a look across the pond real fast. Little bit of a plume coming off of there, off of White Isle Volcano just north of Australia, nothing major at all. Tofua is being relatively quiet, and not so much SO2 from Yasur, but his two friends there are still working on it. Normal stuff here in our wonderful Australia, and then when we get over into this would be Papua New Guinea and those areas, they still have their stuff going. And Lululataq right there doing its thing, making a dirty mess. And this would be from Semeru, Merapi, and Krakatoa, as well as some from Jakarta. And Ibu and Dukono are making that one. And what is it? Bulusan, yeah, Bulusan right in there, causing some of that. I had to think about what the name was. Not sure what these guys are doing. We'll take a look. They are volcanoes, so. And of course, then we see what's going on here in Japan. Not bad. Kamchatka Peninsula. Doing some funky stuff with the wind here, going up and down and around, and again and again. So wearing out that SO2. Looking at South Africa, a lot going into the southern Indian Ocean here. Not so bad. Looking to see what's happening in DR Congo. Very dirty. Very, very dirty. Erta would be around here somewhere, but you can't tell whether it's putting anything out because of all that pollution in the Middle East. And sliding over here, we see the remnants of what Etna is put out in the last couple of days here, kind of floating off. And Etna has, of course, gone a little bit on the quiet side now, so that's what we're seeing there. Nothing coming from Iceland. Looks very clean, and of course up in the northern countries here, Norway, Sweden, and Finland, and even Denmark and Germany. Half of Germany is pretty clear as well. Same with Poland. France is looking pretty good. Most of Spain is okay. A little bit coming across the pond here, but not too bad. So nice and clear in Ireland as far as SO2. Like I say, nothing coming from Iceland at all. So awesome. Popping over to our weather map. I'm going to refresh that one. It's already 3 hours old. And there, that's a little bit better. First, I will look at North America in general. And looking at Alaska, they still have some warm temperatures up here in some of the parts. Beautiful this time of year, I guess. And must be a lot of snow melt up there. And the rivers would be high. So very dangerous. Anyway, we do see that even up here in Nunavut, wow, that must be melting like crazy up there as well, and a lot of flooding. So those areas would not be so good, but that is what it looks like in Canada right now. The US, boy, they got some heat going on, some major heat going on. And of course Wyoming is right, this is Wyoming, and then of course here is where our rain and stuff is dropping on the Yellowstone Park, and that's what's causing some of that stuff to flood out over there. Yeah, looking at the rest of it, very, very hot, like crazy hot, 37, 38, 39, 40. Yeah, way too hot to survive in. And I hope you guys get a little cooler weather there, something a little bit more manageable. And even going up here, wow, this South Dakota is getting 36 degrees Celsius. Wow, yeah, that's quite warm. Anyway, looks good though in Florida and along the west or east coast. Going a little bit further south, a little cooler in the Amazon. Our cutoff line is moved up quite a bit, and it is sitting on an angle here at Sao Paulo, and further south, fairly cool. A little bit of that warmer air here in interior of Argentina, but for the most part, not so good. Looking at, let's check Iceland, see the temperatures there, and we see 9, 10 degrees, 11 degrees in Reykjavik, and most of it is not bad around the outside, so it looks like they are getting some of that warmer air pushing back in, which is really nice. That's that Gulf Stream air. It's kind of being dragged in because of that low pulling everything around. So that is pretty awesome. Ireland, and right in here, 10, 11 degrees, stuff like that. Irish Monk apparently is over in London or someplace right now, so that's why we're not seeing him. Scotland, not bad. Then we get down into England, and somewhere around 11 degrees or so there in London. Looking here, Spain, lots of heat. Southern France, a little bit of heat, and then the northern portions a little colder. And Germany looking a little cool now. These are nighttime temperatures. So Germany, Belgium, Holland, getting a little bit of that stuff. Right on the coast here, though, they're a little warmer than the interior. So kind of nice to see. Denmark is actually warmer than Germany. Interesting. And so is southern parts of Sweden. Norway, on the other hand, no, cold, and more cold up in the northern portions of Sweden, and warmer in Finland. That's kind of a surprise. And going into we go into Poland, a little bit cool there yet, but starts to get a lot warmer in the Ukraine and Russia and those areas. So pretty awesome. Italy, quite warm right now, and nice weather. And of course, our missing Piggy is down here on her island of Kos, and that is 23, 24 degrees Celsius for a nighttime temperature. So that's what they're seeing right now. Island of Crete is probably about the same around in the lower areas. The highlands, of course, cool off a little bit. Zooming out a little more, we see Africa, of course, Sahara Desert, very hot, as well as going all the way into Saudi Arabia and what we call the Middle Eastern countries, or Arabic countries, and sliding over a little bit more into India, very hot in those places, Pakistan and India itself, pretty normal. 28, 29 degrees in Bangkok, 28 degrees. 28 degrees and 86% relative humidity is what I'm guessing. So somebody type in Bangkok weather, exclamation weather, and then Bangkok, and see what the humidity is. I'm curious, and that's pretty cool. Anyway, we see the most of the Indonesian, Malaysian areas there are still holding pretty steady and warm, and looks like maybe a little bit warmer in Australia, just a tad, not as bad as what it was before. we're seeing a little bit of heat up in the north here. Still quite cool down on the bottom end where our good old Leo lives, and that is a little bit frosty as far as I'm concerned. Well, it's not cold, but close enough. And out here in Tasmania, they're cold again. Sydney 13 and Brisbane is 18, yay, and they've got a high sitting over here, so that's keeping them a little bit warmer. Nice to see. And then we see what's going on here. We see this horrible cold snap and this twirling thing here, sucking in all that cold air. And you can see that New Zealand is South Island, very, very cold right now. And up here in the Northern Island, not too bad, but still a little bit off. And let's pop over to Hawaii real quick, see what it's like there. 23, 24 degrees, depending on where you are. 26 on the coastline, 25, 26, not bad. Oahu, a little bit warmer at 28, 29 degrees, which is pretty awesome. North Shore, a little cooler, 24, but again, a lot of wind coming in there, so that's what we'll see. And that is about it for our wonderful weather there. Let's pop over to precipitation, I should say, for our wonderful temperatures. Here's our what I call our equatorial storm. It continues to be there. Zooming into North America first and taking a look at what we've got going on. Yeah, we've got some systems coming across the whole continent, and that is going to be moving. I don't know which way, because right now it looks like it's got winds from 3 directions, but it's not hot enough. Hope they're not going to get any tornadoes right here where everything is converging. And that would be good because that hot air coming up from the southern states, that would definitely create 3 different airflows. You got air coming in here, a little bit cooler, and you've got some cold push here and hot air here. Makes for good twisters, guys, and that's what we got to watch out for. So we have that low here. It'll slide across eventually. Here is the storm that Tom Dice was hiding from, and that is in that Chicago area, and it's pretty nasty from the looks of things. They do have a couple spots there that were really, really bad. We hear down here in Cincinnati, and Columbus is going to get it as well. Not sure which way this is going. Looks like upward. Fort Wayne and of course Grand Rapids and those areas are gonna get more of it. Milwaukee is getting nailed, the same as Chicago. So that is what we're seeing right there. Hopefully everything will be okay for those good people. Looking at portions of Maine and of course the St. Lawrence Seaway and some of Quebec, even including Quebec City, getting stormed out. Same out here on these islands and stuff. So not so good there. Looking at Iceland, there we go. All that warm air coming in is not helping all that storm stuff that's happening. So not sure what to make of that. But yeah, looks like they're going to get some nasty stuff. And look at all this freezing rain and snow. It almost reminds you of a winter. Zooming in here a little bit in towards Europe, not so bad in Ireland. Even Scotland has only got a few showers happening. Same thing with England up in the north, but everything else looks pretty good. No rain clouds in Germany, Belgium, Holland, Spain, or sorry, France, Spain's got a couple spots there, nothing major. A little bit in Italy, nothing to worry about. And then, of course, going over here, we see in Russia and Ukraine has got a little bit of a storm happening there as well. Looking at, we get Norway, Sweden, and Finland. Norway is getting the brunt of it, coming all the way up top here. Not so bad for Finland, but yeah, they got a big storm there. And looking at the rest of it, not too bad in Central Africa, Indian Ocean. Some of those storms have subsided a little bit, but you see, you continue to get this mess in here. And it just happens. It's the way it is. And of course, we do see that along the mountains here and in China and all that area. Here's what we're seeing down in Australia. This cold air just twirling around. If that goes away, they'd be better off. But at least it's drawing the air from the north to the south, and that's probably keeping them a little bit warmer because they have a flow from up north rather than being blasted from the south. That's also same to be said for Tasmania right now. And here's what I was talking about, New Zealand just getting pelted by that windstorm coming across and dumping all that stuff in there. The snow in the southern portions of the southern island, not good at all. Must be windy as all get out there, and this is the driver here. And here you've got a massive shear of some sort that redirects things. I wouldn't want to get caught in this flying or a boat. That would be pretty nasty. Anyway, that is kind of what we're seeing around the world, you guys. I don't know if there's any place that you want it to be specifically, but I think we've covered most of it, and hopefully that will be okay for you guys. And all reported. Excellent. Thank you. And hopefully everybody is good with that. Not sure if Sue or anybody looked for cold temps today. We did see minus 64 on there real quick. Not sure if there's anything colder in the area. Where was it? 61, 64. Yeah, I'm not seeing a heck of a lot colder than minus 64 Celsius. There may be a couple of spots here and there that could be colder. But hang on, where is Smoking Joking? Let's check the temperature out here. And of course, this is not bad, but it is a heck of a storm happening. Yeah, I don't think you want to go there. Erebus. Is that where Erebus is, or is it over here? I can't remember. Wherever Murdo Station is. And I put it this way, I'm not going to send anybody down there. Good night all. Thanks Dr. Fox and all the mods. Appreciate okay, I appreciate you and everyone here. Oink oink. Take care, Leo. All the best to you, and for all those good people who are leaving, everybody take care and have yourselves a wonderful day or evening or night, wherever you happen to be. Anyway, I'm gonna leave it there. Omi says minus 64C is minus 83.2 Fahrenheit, and yeah, that's cold enough. Like I keep telling everyone, once you get past that minus 40 mark, your coats are all sounding like paper bags, and it is cold. Your skin will freeze very quickly. So, leaving it there, let's pop it back over onto something that we can see. And I'm hoping that we can see something at Etna, but it does not look like Etna is producing any video for us right now. This is the close-up shot right there. I don't see a darn thing. That's a little further out. We do see one lava spot right there. There's your lava. One lava spot, and unfortunately not much else. Looking in the other shots, we don't see anything. So looks not bad out there. The moon is up, and that's why it's lighting it up a little bit more. Oh, I know where we haven't gone yet, and that is, of course, this wonderful guy, Stromboli. And Stromboli's got the moon. These, let me get over on that page here. There we go, Stromboli. So, yeah, that's not the sun, that is the moon, you guys. And that is Stromboli there, throwing out its wonderful plumes of lava that it likes to do, and set fire to the forests. And I think I'm going to leave you with, maybe I'll do that. I'll leave you with Stromboli right after we go steal a song from the other channel here. And bear with me here. I'm going to try to see if I can do that with... okay, messed it up. That's all right. We'll grab the song, copy it, and where is it? Stellar Window. There, this one. Copy, and we'll go back over here and paste it, and that should be it for right now. There we go. And all right, we've got our music for ending it. So thank you, everyone, and I do appreciate all of you being here today. I did not have any super chats, so I don't need to report on that. BMAT did renew his membership, and we are seeing 106 likes. So if anyone hasn't hit that like button yet, that is the easiest and most economical way to help and support the channel, is hit that like button if you haven't done so already. On that friendly note, take care, everyone, and be good, and take care of yourselves, and we'll see everyone tomorrow night. And thank you again for being here, and please make sure you tell your loved ones that you love them tonight, for tomorrow is never promised. I'm your host, DrFox2000, here in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada, signing off, and we'll see you guys tomorrow. Oink, oink. Good night.